Star Trek Prodigy, Season 1, Episode 17's title is Ghost in the Machine.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
I hope the whole episode is anime. No, that's Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell.
I don't watch anime.
Ghost in the Machine. Ghost in the Robot was the dude who plays Spike's band, I think, right?
Ghost Robot?
I can't remember. Anyway, let's do it.
No cold opening.
No. Modern, and it's not just Star Trek, modern shows in general now are just so terrified of episodic, and the result is you get one story, and so all your eggs are in that basket. If it's not good, you have a horrible season. When you look at, like, especially old Star Trek, you could have a cold opening that was 30, 20 seconds long, and it didn't feel like it was info dumping, but it just gave you all the information you needed, and you were caught up instantly. With new shows, like, they'll stretch that 30 seconds into the entire first episode. Some people are like, oh, Picard's doing good so far, it's not that bad. And I'm like, because that would have been a 30-second cold open. Like,
I like the cold opens where it's like 6 minutes with just completely alien characters doing whatever, and then it's like, the credits happen, and then you see Picard doing his own thing.
Well, remember that one episode, I think it was, I'm blanking on the name, Living Witness with the doctor?
Yes.
And it's like, you expect, like, okay, when are we going to see anyone we know? And it's like, you just don't for most of the episode.
Rock, send the message, Morse code, fire off their bow.
That's cool.
Virus aboard.
Nope, they don't get it. They just think we're firing at them.
Shoot in a different direction.
Right?
Brace for impact.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I figured was happening. Literally just
Timely consider.
message in a bottle. Throw something across at them. They'll track it and go get it.
You've been up for days.
I like the holodeck that looks vaguely Voyager's walls. Like when they're playing Velocity.
I'd like to slap my father for all he's put me through. With my hand.
Oh, what? You crazy. It feels like an argument that they wrote for kids on a kid's show. That was like the closest we were like, that was just a kid's show.
Yeah, that was oddly juvenile.
She's Sarah Connoring it.
Oh,
that's dope. Use the bar.
yeah.
But some odd-looking glittery puffball is giving me kissy lips.
What is happening?
I take care of them in my holocene. Delta Heart Magical Veterinarian.
She's like playing a kid's app.
There must be a malfunction with the holo-emitters.
That would explain the feral human.
Oh god, the Nazis are gonna run around.
I believe we never left the holodeck at all.
This is feeling like a Voyager episode.
If we're all stuck in one room, how's Zero all the way over there?
Motion floor tracking, visual horizon manipulation.
They didn't question that at all yet. They've walked vast distances away from each other in the holodeck.
And we had just missed it. We have to wait a whole day. Taskmaster.
The sooner we solve the mystery, the sooner we can leave the holodeck.
One of them is a murderer.
Jacob's having a blast already.
Layer all your photos. Yeah, that's what I said. Layer it.
Murph, put your paper over mine.
Murph's getting more aware of what's actually happening around him. He did what they said right then. He hangs out with Tellarite bikers.
Or do they all kind of look like?
Yeah.
Why are they shirtless? Jankum.
I'm not worried about getting hurt. I'm worried our two holo programs have somehow merged.
I'd be worried about getting hurt.
Right, usually well, they don't know. They haven't seen.
When things mess up, safety protocols turn off.
Exactly, but they haven't watched all the shows we have. So...
He's got like Street Fighter powers.
Don't worry, the safety protocols are on. It is impossible to get hurt in here.
Oh.
Oh, hey, that actually hurt.
Oh, dang. Got a tooth out. Rock, do something. You're a giant rock.
Right, just...
Oh, Murph can go
be
nuts.
a wall.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, he knows karate.
There we go.
He just uses that Hulk move.
Grab him! It may be our only way out of this problem.
I saw that earlier. I didn't dawn on me what it was.
His tattoo. It ain't just a key.
Cut it off of him.
What's happening now?
Captain Proton? Just want it to be Captain Proton. Oh, Dixon Hill?
Who's been running the noir program?
Oh,
The
that's my
sock is
sock.
a puppet. I thought that was
Oh, that
funny,
is fun.
If you do it right. Anyway.
Now I want to put my sock on my hand. I'm a reindeer. Are you joking?
Golly, we just... that has to stay in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Murphy No Shoes!
Murphy No Shoes. Oh my.
So this is the program he runs?
I don't know if I like
he's not
this.
even... Oh. Maybe he's just lip-syncing.
Yeah, maybe he's just living his diva fantasy lip-syncing.
Jammed your tea coming right up.
I knew he was going to show up because she used the holodeck with her dad.
What are you looking at?
Pokemon.
There's thousands of programs in the databanks. Why is it choosing all of ours?
Fascinating observation.
The recent folder. Janeway trapped them to teach them a lesson.
I know we're being tracked by real Janeway, but we need team bonding right now.
Why do you think they fixed that piano?
Fix it?
The key's messed up.
It's got a missing key. The piano has a missing key!
Let's pop this blows down.
Take the whole piano.
To the next adventure.
I like that camera move. It made it look like a bar fight move where it went from him to up at the piano. They're gonna have to walk on the plank and get the thing.
That's only when they're getting promoted.
Someone's getting promoted. They're all Tellarites.
Yeah,
A skeleton key.
just on the ship.
Did they only get the rights to Tellarites in this episode or something? Why are they all Tellarites?
That one just jumped off the boat. Maui? Or no? I never saw much of that.
I don't know the Moanas, but this seems like Moana, right?
Yeah, that's definitely Moana.
It's a sparkle theater! My favorite!
Rock reminds me of my niece so much. Not really doing that much damage, so that's not bad.
This poor creature is malnourished.
Cannon it! I like the theme song had a grand pirate epic version that just played. It's cool.
But the culprit is on this very ship. And the only way to win is if we refuse to play her game.
Her game.
The only winning choice is not to play? Was it actually Janeway?
Why are you looking at me like you don't recognize me?
They're never gonna trust reality again.
But I fear she's unknowingly been manipulated by
Double
us.
agent.
Show security feed of hologram Janeway. Start of simulation.
She's just evilly rubbing her hands together like, heh! She's been undermining them the whole time.
Oh no.
Computer, create holo program to keep the crew distracted indefinitely. No restrictions.
You just had to be a jerk and take the safety protocols off, too.
What do you need my command codes for? To take control of the ship.
Oh, dang. Forgot he did that. Someone turn her off.
Right?
Oh, dang. That underside of the hull is really, concave.
Alright. Now blow up the Dauntless.
You
and
just
everyone,
want the Dauntless to blow up so
everyone
bad.
get on the Protostar. I just want real Janeway on the ship.
Yeah. Well, dang. Now I gotta rewatch the whole season again and be like, how is she being sneaky?
How many
Crazy.
times did you miss the little red glitch on her eye?
Yeah.
Or ignored it, seeing
I wonder
it.
if they actually did, put him in some frames. That'd be cool.
That was fun. Yeah. We hadn't had that much fun in a while.
A sidesteppy fun.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. It's fun when you can chain together a bunch of fun side steps rather than just, walking in a straight line.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense. I was wondering, if so much of the ship was compromised, it makes sense finally to be the hologram.
Well, if it's in the ship, I said that back then. I'm like, if it's a virus in the ship, I don't know if I said it on this, but wouldn't it affect Janeway? She's a program on the ship, so that was fun. But I do want to go back and watch and see if there was any moments where I'm like, oh, I should have caught that. You make allowances because you're like, okay, but it's not the Janeway. So you kind of just let a lot of things go unnoticed, I think. I don't understand why everything was a Tellarite.
That was odd. I guess they just had that model.
Yeah, I know, right? One thing I like about the show is they don't hammer you over the head with the references they're doing. When you're a little kid and you're watching a show that maybe your parents are watching, and you're aware that you're not getting a joke, it makes you feel left out, even if it's just a silly little reference that someone else laughed at and you didn't. So I like that, like, they're not cramming that in this show for kids, but they're there for the adults that want them, like Jellicoe. He didn't even say his name, and it was his name very little at the bottom. But we know, but we're not making people feel left out about it. And so I like that these programs were, like, vaguely like things we've seen, but weren't like, oh, and they're, because at first I made the Dixon Hill joke, but I'm like, if it was Dixon Hill, that'd be stupid. And it's something that I feel like other shows would do, but they're like, no, let them have their own things.
Right.
But it still felt in that universe of, like, things we've seen in holodecks before. I do like that, like, Rock plays basically, like, kid phone vet app games, like my niece's. The Murph thing was weird, because up until now, it's, like, kind of implied he understands what's going on and either doesn't care or he's vaguely not even paying attention. But since he got some arms and legs, he's doing stuff. Who knew he could even access the holodeck? How long's he been doing that?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. It was weird.
Murph is a strange thing, and, like, it's hard for me to tell if I like what they're doing, because...
Yeah, I was immediately off-put by the fact that they even gave him bumbling arms and legs and made him look weird. But he's changed so much in every episode we've seen in the last couple in a row. Like, all of a sudden he knows Kung Fu out of nowhere. And now he can even access a computer and not just sit on it. And then he's lip-syncing and very aware. So I don't know where they're... I'm wondering if they're trying to get him to point B so quickly they're just rushing it along. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, hey, or Z? A to Z? They're like, develop him very fast for whatever we want him to be. I don't know. Gwen doesn't really use the holodeck. So the only thing that point of reference would be that when they did look at stuff... But what they looked at was basically just, like, what was recorded before... So hers wasn't that heavy. Jankum hung out with shirtless bikers, which is weird.
Specifically to fight them.
Yeah. I feel like maybe, like, it's alluding to, like, the dad was only in a little bit, and he didn't even have his personality because she only really accessed it, like, once.
Right.
But Rock probably gets on and plays those games so frequently, her character is across everyone's thing. It just keeps showing up in multiple ways. So it's like, yeah, she needs to get off her phone. Go outside. In space. All right.
Yes.
Are we good? You want to watch the next one?
Yeah, let's at least...
All right, that'll be right now. Bye.
Oh, right.